In this lesson, you will learn how you can export data for different purposes in ALM Octane. To see this functionality, we will go into the quality module. In the quality module, I have already focused on a application module. And in the application module, I would like to now select 5 test cases and click on export. When you click on export, you have to select now the export purpose. One purpose could be that you say it's for reporting purposes, you want to export the data, and when you export it, it will give you the information about the test cases and its last execution status. So you can open the exported sheet and you will see here the test case information, including the history of executions and also where those test cases are assigned. So you can export this in order to create Excel-based reports and do your magic directly in Excel. Or another purpose would be when you say, you could, by the way, also export including steps. The second purpose is to say, I want to export it for importing it again. And this is a very good functionality which provides 2 additional features. You can say, I want to export it for importing and updating existing artifacts, what I'm exporting. So when I'm exporting here with update existing, it will make sure that those IDs are referenced in the export file, which are including the steps, and then you can change the file locally and upload it again. This is a great feature to be used if you have some subject matter expert who don't have access to ALM Octane and you want to validate that the test cases you have designed in Octane are valid. So you can export with update existing import purpose and send the file to those subject matter expert. They will review it, do the changes maybe, and then send the file back to you, and you can then import it directly in Octane. So let's do the export to see how it looks like, the export file. So now I can see the file is exported. I can open it here directly in Excel and it will show me here the different areas. Let me resize it so it's better for the view. Okay, so what we can see is here we have the ID, and on the ID we have also referenced the link. So this is also very important. You can, by clicking on this link, you will be redirected using your browser to this specific test case, and you have here on the right hand side the different steps. So you can say, I want to, let's say this is not SAP anymore, it's SAP Fiori. You change the step description, and then maybe you add additional step here. Let's say I will add here an additional step, and this can be used here, and then we can say here this step is click on save. On save, and this is for the ID 43009. So if I go back in Octane, 43009 has currently 5 steps, and I have inserted here one more step, so it should have at the end 6 steps. So I have reconfigured the unique ID. This is also important. So Octane can understand the order of the steps, and this is a simple step what I have created here. So this has now 6 steps, and I can save it, go back into Octane and try to import it using the settings button, click on test. Now browse for the file which you have exported, select the file, import, and you will see it comes up here with few warnings. This is normal because the export has also included some field which are read only. So this is totally fine. You can say this is okay. I want to continue anyway. You continue, and those test cases will be re-imported again, and the test case which has here the 5 steps, let me refresh, should have now, this one should have 6 steps. So 6 steps, and if I go in it should say SAP Fiori and click on save. So it has really updated the test. So this is a very valid functionality which helps you to quickly send out test cases for review and update the changes directly in Octane. The second example, and this is also very useful, is let's say if we are here, we select those 5 test cases and now we export it. For importing purpose again, but this time I select the import purpose is create new, including the steps. And this is very nice if you want to import it into a complete new project. You can make use of this functionality. If you want to use existing artifacts you have, just export them from one workspace and import it into the other workspace. And we will demonstrate this now. Here, so let's export those. Here I have the file already, and when you look at the file, what you will see is that the file includes the unique ID, which is exactly the ID which is referenced by Octane for this project. For now I clicked on it, it doesn't matter basically. We have here as well the product areas. This is something you need to make sure that this exists in the new project. So let's say I go into a new project, I will create this area in my new project. So let's say I go into testing, and in testing I create the application module, so I'm able to import the file into the new project. And what I also need to make sure is that I have linked the correct covered content, because it is including the IDs of the covered content like requirements and user stories from the project where I have exported those tests. So here the best advice is to remove those before we import, so you don't face any importing issues. So this is fine. Covered content is removed. Make sure your product areas exist in your project. So I will go now here into quality and just create here a new product area, which is order to cash. That's okay. So order to cash I have here. There are no test cases yet. And what I can do now is I can fill it out here everywhere. So I just want to import everything under order to cash. This is fine. And now I will save it. It's the 7 in brackets. So let's go and import this file. So now select the file, import, and you see again the 4 warnings. This is completely normal because of those exported fields. You can see continue anyway. And now those test cases has been imported into a new project. And this is very nice, really quickly provide content to a new workspace by exporting it for the re-importing purpose, but for re-importing and creating new artifacts. So this is really very useful. The exporting functionality of ALM Octane has been improved for different purposes. You have the purpose of exporting it for reporting, so you can have the data in Excel and do your Excel formulas and pivot tables and graphings directly in Excel, or you say it's the export purpose for update existing. So you export basically those test cases and re-import the file in the same workspace, so the existing test case get updated. Or you can say I want to create new test cases either in the same workspace or in a complete new workspace. And this is really nice, which helps you to accelerate when you are working on different projects.